What is going on, lads, and welcome back to the biggest players on FIFA 15, the prediction series where we go through each team's top 3 upgrades. So today we're going to be looking at Chelsea and West Ham, and we're going to be looking at their 3 players that are going to get the biggest, or what I predict to be the biggest overall boost going into FIFA 15. Before we get into this video, lads, if you could drop a like on it, that would be absolutely awesome. If you could smash 500, there's some epic upgrades here, so if you get it 500 for that, that would be really appreciated. And as well, tomorrow is Wednesday, so that means new team of the week, but it's actually World Cup team of the tournament, so there's going to be all sorts of crazy man of the matches coming out. Apparently there's some new ones that we've never seen before, so you want to go and get yourself some coins. The £2 odds at UT Coins for you with the discount code AJ3, so there's a link to that down in the description, but we are just going to move on. So the first team that we're going to be looking at is Chelsea. So these guys had a pretty decent season, finishing only 4 points off first place in the league, so a pretty rock solid season from them. There is a couple of players that could go down, so if you'd like to see the biggest downgrades with the likes of Eto'o and Torres and stuff like that, then leave that down in the comment section. But this time we're going to be looking at their players that have played really well and maybe are a bit undervalued in FIFA 14. And the first one of them is going to be Azpilicueta. He is a very good player, a very good defensive fullback. He's a right back on FIFA 14, but I think going into FIFA 15, he is going to be an 80 rated left back, so that will give him a +3 overall. He's one of the best defensive fullbacks in the league, actually. A lot of the players in the Premier League now, the fullbacks, I mean, are very modern fullbacks where they're all about getting forward and creating chances, and while this guy is pretty decent at that and does put in a lot of crosses and stuff, he is very defensive minded, and that means I've given a +4 overall on his defence, which is a very big upgrade. He's only going up 3 and he's going up 4 on his defence, and I've also given +5 pace because he's pretty rapid actually, and I think he deserves to be over 84 pace. The other ones are just +2 passing, +2 dribbling and +2 heading, are pretty standard for someone going up 2 or 3 ratings. Our next Chelsea player is going to be his defending partner, and that is Gary Cahill. So he's an 80 rated centre-back on FIFA 14, and I think this guy is again going to go up 3, and I think that means he's going to be an 83 rated centre-back on FIFA 15. You can see his stat changes are +1 pace and +1 shooting, just standard for anyone who goes up a little bit, +2 passing and dribbling as well, once again just standard. The big ones for me are that +5 to defending and the +3 heading. He is an absolute machine in the air and at the back. Some of the tackles he was making last year for Chelsea, I would put this guy down as the best centre-back in the league last year. Maybe Company, maybe Mertesacker or Koscielny were doing very well as well, but Gary Cahill for me was an absolute incredible defender last year, just saving Chelsea's arse so many times at last-ditch challenges, and he really does deserve that +5 defensive upgrade in my opinion. The final Chelsea player that I think is going to be getting an upgrade going into FIFA 15, or rather the third Chelsea player that I think is going to be in the top 3, is Nemanja Matic. There's a lot of Chelsea players that are probably going to get little boosts, and they've got Diego Costa coming in, who is going to probably go up like 2 ratings, and when they've got Courtois, who's probably going to go up to an 86, so that'll be +2 for him. But these guys are all going up +3, so Matic is going to go from an 80 to an 83, I reckon. So there is a lot of players, and like Hazard maybe will go up 1 to 89, but he's already gone up quite a lot, so he's not going to be in the top 3. So you guys always suggest players that are probably going to get upgrades, but maybe not as big of upgrades as the guys in these videos. So that is why these guys are in the video. But Matic is +3. He's gone for a very all-round upgrade. He's an up and down midfielder. He's a centre defensive mid by default, but he could get forward quite a bit as well. So I've given him 70 shooting, 68 pace, +2 and +1, and then all the rest of his stats up 3 overall, and I've given him a +3 on them. So he's going to be a very solid centre defensive mid in FIFA 15. That is what his stats end up being like, and I think they will. He got a team of the season, and this card is pretty much middle of the road between his normal card and his team of the season card. Moving on to West Ham now. These guys have gone absolutely crazy in the transfer market, so that is why I think you guys wanted to see them. You voted for them in the straw poll, and once again, there is a straw poll down in the description if you want to go and vote on the people you want to see next episode. But we are going for Adrian, and he is a 76 rated goalkeeper. There's a couple of players that I was looking at, maybe Reed, and maybe they've just bought Zarate as well, might get a +2 overall, but I've given a +2 to this guy, and he was just the one that I put him. And it is going to be just simply because, in my opinion, he stood out as one of the best West Ham players last year. So, like I said, a couple of them could have gone up 2 like this guy has, but him in my mind was just absolutely unreal. I just don't think EA will boost him up that much because he's West Ham's goalkeeper, and irrelevant of how well he plays, he's probably going to concede quite a lot of goals anyway. But you can see I've given +2 on his diving and handling, +1 on his kicking and reflexes, kept his speed the same, and put his position up 3. So if that is the case and that is how he works out, he's going to be a pretty decent starter team goalkeeper for the beginning of FIFA 15 when nobody has got any coins. Moving on now to the big upgrades. We are finally getting there. We've only had +3s and 2s so far, But this guy coming in from Ipswich to West Ham is Aaron Creswell, and I think he is going to get an absolutely huge upgrade and move himself up +5 to a 74 rated left back. He did get a team of the season. He got a most consistent and a Football League team of the season at 74. So I think this is absolutely massively deserved. Coming up into the Premier League now as well with 83 pace, so +1 on there, +2 on his shooting. He creates so many chances, and he's got quite, I think he got 12 assists last season. So I've given him +6 passing, +2 dribbling, +4 defending, and +2 heading is a nice all-round upgrade for this guy. And looking like, again, an absolutely brilliant left-back silver player in the BPL. Some quality silvers coming out of this BPL with my predictions. If they do turn out to be true, we are in for some absolutely quality silver teams. And hopefully this guy is going to be an absolute beast. His team of the season card is on FIFA 14. And if it plays anything like that, he will be absolutely unreal. So that just leaves us with one more upgrade. We've had Chelsea's top 3, we've had the top 2, or the 2nd and 3rd of West Ham. It just leaves us for West Ham's biggest upgrade, and that is going to be Enner Valencia. So he plays absolutely unreal for Ecuador in the World Cup. He is such a good player, and he's so fast as well, and he's only got 78 pace. So you can see this is going to be one of the craziest upgrades that you will ever see if this turns out to be true. Going into FIFA 15, I have made him a 74 rated striker because that is where he plays. He was the top scorer in the Liga Mexico last year, or the Liga MX as it's called on FIFA. And he's just played so well in the World Cup as well. I can't see him getting anything but this absolutely ludicrous upgrade I have given him. He's going to get +8 pace because whilst he is absolutely rapid and maybe could even push out 90 pace, I just don't think EA are going to go and give someone a +12 pace upgrade. That is pretty crazy. But I think he does deserve +25 shooting. What the fuck is going on there? Top scorer in the Liga Mexico had 50 finishing on this right mid card, which is just absolutely stupid. So I've boosted him up to 75. 68 passing I have left the same because he is a reasonable right mid. He's a 66. It's not a bad for a silver. And crossing and passing is one of the key stats for a right midfielder. So I've left that about the same because going over to a striker, it's going to be, while it's the high stat for a silver right mid, it's a middle of the road stat for a silver striker, if you guys get what I mean. So I've left that the same. We have gone +10 on his dribbling because his dribbling is absolutely unreal. And that was only 68. We've put his defending up 2 just because he's going to get a massive strength upgrade. He's an absolute rock, and I think that comes into it as well. And then heading, he scored some quality headers in the World Cup. We have put that up +28. Is that the craziest upgrade there has ever been on a FIFA? I am not too sure, but I do not think that 74 heading is unjust for this guy. He is a machine in the air. He scored so many header goals in the World Cup. I can't get any stats up on the from the Liga MX about where his goals came from, but he was the top scorer, and surely some of them are going to be headers as well. So this guy is looking like an absolutely sick player. Good strength, good pace, quality shooting, quality dribbling, and quality heading as well. Best silver striker on the game, quite possibly, maybe even with them stats, he should be a gold. I just left him as a silver because a +8 is absolutely ludicrous, so I didn't want to go too mental. I think EA will make him a silver, but with them stats, he probably does deserve to be a gold, and I think he does justify having them stats. But let me know what you guys think. Anything you disagree with, please do pop it down in the comment section. I love having little discussions with you guys and trying to put an argument across as to why I think these points are valid, and I love talking to you guys and everything like that. But we're just going to leave it there. I hope you have enjoyed it, lads. Like I said, 500 likes would be absolutely awesome. Make sure you subscribe if you are new. Thanks for watching, lads, and I will see you next time.